I'm now with Howard Whatmough on the Stourbridge Pre-War Car Club. Good afternoon, Howard, and welcome to the Classic Restoration Show 2025.
Yep. Thank you very much.
So, first of all, can you just tell me a little bit of history about the club?
Well, the club started it's coming on for 60 years now, and it was majority pre-war car. And but as you can see nowadays, we take any cars. We have a club of. There's no two cars the same. That's the benefit of this club. And our main interest is to ensure that cars remain active.
Yes.
And that we can keep the cars running, and so everybody helps everybody else. And you know, it's a good social club. We meet every Thursday. It's a weekly club, and we have 70 members, and that's if they all turn up. But the majority of the time, I would say there's about 16 to 18 will turn up on a regular basis on a Thursday.
So it's a pretty thriving club then.
Yes. It's a very active club.
Yeah.
You know, we go on holidays, we have picnics, we go on mid-month lunch, we go on rallies. So it's a very active club.
So could you now tell me a little bit about some of the cars on the stand?
Right, well, some of the cars on the stand, if you look at the car that's behind me, for instance, the parts were made in America, but they were shipped over to this country in bits and pieces, and it was reassembled in this country by British workers, so it didn't have to pay import tax.
Right, okay.
But it's a 1935 Packard with a 5.5 litre engine, which is a big engine, but it's a big car. Because basically it's only a two-seater. You can get this dicky seat that's in the boot, but getting in and out you need to be an athlete.
You need to be fit.
You need to be fit. So it's a big car, and you know, but it draws attention. The other car we've got on the stand, well, at the far end we've got a Model T Ford Tourer. The owner of that's we've not had it that long, but they're all drivable.
Yes.
But they didn't necessarily all drive here. They come by trailer. And the one we've got in the middle, this little Riley 1.5, that did drive here. And we've been doing some work on that because there'd been some issues. And the reason why we brought it here is because it needed bits and pieces working at it. And we've not been able to solve everything today, but we've still got tomorrow and we've got the day after. So with a bit of luck, we'll be able to solve the majority of these issues. But it will drive home. That's the main thing.
So, do you get any new members from the show?
We don't get very many. Because the vast majority of the people here are probably already in a club. But the vast majority of us are already in other clubs. You know, depending on the car, we're in the Gengin Club. I'm in the Riley Club. I've also got another car, a Daimler, so I'm in the Daimler Lanchester Club. So we're all members of other clubs, and you find a lot of the people who come to these shows are similarly the same.
So what models of the cars have you got?
Well, we've got this Riley 1.5. We've also got, that's 1964. We've got a 1954 Riley RME. But the one I've had the longest is a Daimler 15 of 1934. So I've come to the conclusion that all cars that I own, I've got to finish in a 4. You know, so but the Daimler, I like driving the Daimler because it's a pre-selected gearbox, which is like an automatic, but you're in control. It's a smashing car to drive. No good on the motorways, doesn't go fast enough for the motorways really.
Well, you want to keep off motorways anyway.
Yeah, they're boring. And the cars, a lot of these cars were not designed with motorways in mind, and they don't fit the motorway. They're much better on the general classification of roads, really. So so we've got to think. Half the time, I think it's if we had more space, we'd probably have more cars. You know.
Well, thank you, Howard, for the information on the stand and the cars, and thank you for the interview.
And thank you very much.
Thank you.